Jerry, have you thought about how these cartoons are being created?
No, but that sounds fun. How are these created?
This will be done from scratch today. My teacher has taught me about Scratch.
Oh, can we explore it?
Let's go and explore it on the computer. Jerry, let's explore some cool features of Scratch today.
Sure, Luna. I'm excited to learn.
First, let's use the sensing blocks to interact with the user. We will create a simple script to ask a question.
Sounds interesting. What's the question?
The question will be, where am I?
Got it. Let's create the script.
For that, first delete the cat sprite. Then choose the elf sprite and set the backdrop to farm. Now create the script using sensing blocks to ask the question, where am I? After that, run the script. See the message, where am I, appear on the screen with an input box. Then type at the farm in the input box. Then press enter or click the check mark. See, the answer is displayed in a speech bubble on the stage.
Okay, got it. Luna, this is amazing.
Now, let's use mathematical operator blocks to perform calculations.
What kind of calculations?
Let's make the sprite do a simple math operation like 4 plus 3.
Alright, let's set it up.
For that, first open a new Scratch file.
Then remove the cat sprite and choose the crab sprite from the animals category. Now create the script using mathematical operator blocks for 4 plus 3. Run the script. See, the sprite displays the calculation 4 plus 3 is 7.
Wow, Luna. Can we compare values using Scratch?
Absolutely. We can use comparison blocks to do that.
Let's create a script to compare numbers.
For that, open a new Scratch file. Now, remove the cat sprite. Then, choose the frog sprite from the animals category. After that, create a script using comparison blocks for a number equal to a specified value and run the script. See, the sprite perform the comparisons based on the script. These simple scripts using sensing blocks, mathematical operators, and comparison blocks allow us to create interactive programs in Scratch. Let's start by making our sprite choose random numbers. This can be fun for creating games and interactive projects.
How do we do that?
We will use the pick random block from the operators category. Let me show you. Let's start. First, drag the pick random block into the scripts area. Now, Change the values in the block to specify the range of random numbers. Now, click the green flag Go button to run the script and see the sprite speak random numbers.
Can we also make the sprite move to different positions randomly?
Absolutely. We will use the pick random block again to change the sprite's location unpredictably. For that, first drag the pick random block into the script's area for movement. Then adjust the values in the block to define the range of positions. At last, click the green flag Go button to run the script and watch the sprite change its location randomly. Let's make the ball bounce up and down, creating a bouncing effect.
That sounds cool. How do we do it?
We will use the pick random block to control the bouncing motion. Steps to bounce the ball up and down. Use the pick random block in the scripts area for bouncing. Set the values to control the bouncing motion. Click the green flag Go button to run the script and see the ball bounce up and down.
Can Scratch count the number of letters in a word?
Yes, we can create a script to count the length of a word. Let me demonstrate. First, create a new Scratch project. Then, use the Say block with a text message to prompt for counting and run the script to display the prompt and count the letters in the word entered. Variables are like containers that hold values. We can create and use variables in Scratch.
How do we make a variable?
Follow these steps to create a variable and use it in a script. Step 1. In the Variables block palette, find and click on the Make a Variable block. Step 2. A new window will pop up, allowing you to name your variable. You can choose a name that suits your project, like Ankita for example. Step 3. Next, select whether the variable should be for all sprites or for this sprite only by clicking the appropriate button. Step 4. Click OK. Step 5. Now, the name block will be added to the variables block menu and you can use it in your scripts. Step 6. To demonstrate how this works, you can create the following script using various blocks from different palettes. Step 7. Click on the green flag Go button to start your script. Step 8. Use the keyboard to type your name in the answer box displayed on the stage. Step 9. Press the Enter key or click on the checkbox. Step 10. As a result, the sprite will speak the answer in a speech bubble and it will be stored under the variable name in the top left corner of the stage.
Luna, how does logical reasoning apply to programming?
Logical reasoning helps us make decisions in programs based on rules and conditions. Let's explore examples like choosing hobbies, solving equations, and identifying patterns. Examples of applying reasoning. First, choosing hobbies. Follow rules to pick hobbies. Second, solving equations. Use math rules to solve equations. Third, identifying patterns. Recognize patterns based on rules. Conditions in programming allow us to control actions based on specific situations. We can use if-then blocks to create conditions.
Can you show me an example?
Sure, let's create a Scratch project with conditions to control sprite actions. Steps to apply conditions. First, open Scratch. Second, use if-then blocks to create conditions for sprite actions. Third, run the script to see how the sprite reacts based on conditions.
That was fun and educational. Thanks, Luna.
You are welcome, Jerry. Let's keep exploring and creating in Scratch.